Yo guys, Chris here with Rev and Rome. Now sitting behind me is a super awesome 2024 Mercedes-Benz Thor Sanctuary 19L. This is a 4x4 unit equipped with lithium-ion batteries, solar power, the ultimate van life Class B. So check out Rev and Rome. Let's get into this review. All right, so first off, I am super stoked to be able to review this thing. This thing has Mercedes 6-cylinder diesel engine. This is 4x4. You can see the aggressive tires, I just think look amazing. This thing has a light bar up top that will literally light an area up as bright as the sun. The air condition, the ease of use, everything, guys. I've already been riding in this thing, and I am super stoked about it already. I'm kind of throwing my eggs out in one basket here already. I don't even know what the heck that means, but you get it. So this is a 30 amp unit. The color is really nice. Even with the aggressive tires, this thing drives like a new Mercedes. It's got a tow package. I haven't towed anything, so I'm really not sure of its ability to tow, but my buddy Sammy, as you've seen him in one of the previous videos, he actually pulled another small camper. I think it was an R-Pod with this exact unit, and he says it wasn't even there. The awning is power and very good size. There's actually LED lighting up there. I'll turn on in a second. A good size door. The only thing, me personally, I notice when I get in here, because of the cabinet space, from the cabinet to the entrance, it's a little narrow. It's a little narrow. So we're going to step in, but it's got these really nice, aggressive looking step bars over here. This is the company, Reliable, that does the lithium ion battery setup. It has a master volt unit, battery disconnect as soon as you get in. Everybody knows, if you're familiar with RVs, you start forgetting that battery disconnect, and well, it kills the chassis batteries. So let's step in this thing. And the cockpit is greeted like a brand new Mercedes. This is what I really like about this thing. I'm going to sit in here real quick. And guys, it feels like a car. You know, it doesn't feel like I'm in, you know, a Class B RV. I feel like I'm driving like a GLE or something like that. So the navigation, everything's touchscreen over here. It actually even has voice activation, but every time I talk and use certain words, it tries to interrupt the video, so I turn it off right now. But you know, where to, I believe it's set up for restaurants. You can find restaurants, gas stations, pretty much everything you'd expect from a brand new Mercedes. It's got AM, FM, Sirius XM radio, obviously Bluetooth. So we've got backup camera. We could even change the angles of the camera. Super cool. Now this thing has sensors in the front and the rear. It's got pre-collision warning. It's got lane keep assist. It's got blind spot monitoring, heated mirrors, power folding mirrors, memory seating, power seats, heated seats in the front as well. And let's see if we could figure out how to use this. This particular model's got 7,000 miles on it. I think it's 7,800 miles. And you just kind of swipe over here. You know, and it lets you know, your consumables. I wanted to see what the current MPG was. We were up in the mountains and I was getting like 10, but driving flat, this thing I've noticed, 14 to 15 miles per gallon, not bad. I don't know who's going to use it, but it's got paddle shifting on here as well. Typical Mercedes shift lever over here. Multiple cup holders over here. It's got another storage up here with Bluetooth and USB-C. I'm sorry, USB and USB-C. It's got another storage compartment up here as well. It's got a little cubby hole down there, and also each door has little cubby holes as well. So let's move to the back, and I want to talk about the seats over here. So these are swivel seats, so they will turn completely around, which is really cool. And it's got this table right here, which is removable. and swivels as well. So accessible to your passengers as well as for your passengers over here as well. Now these are legal because behind that there are 2 sets of seat belts, and that's really cool. You got some storage underneath and you got some storage up top over here. Flat screen television over here, and that's can swivel as well. We got a power roof vent over here, and pan around, and we got the kitchen area. So this is stainless steel, and a good amount of counter space. They leave you enough room, so if you got like a little 2 or 3 burner, Coleman mobile cook unit or something like that, it fits there really well. Plenty of storage underneath. Again, storage up top. There's even USB plugs inside there. Stainless steel microwave over here. And a good size refrigerator. I will try to do this with one hand. Open up! I said open up! There. Alright. LED lighting in the refrigerator. Little freezer area right there. A little tight right here. Not gonna lie. I'm not a big dude. This is a little tight. But it is what it is, guys. You get all these amenities in this van. So, boom. Full-size shower with a power vent. Nice LED lighting in here. Ta-da-da. There's your throne. All right. So we're going to move to the back. Storage area underneath the bench. Back here, this is sleeping area. Now that will fold up in the back. This is privacy curtain over here. We have extra curtains over here as well. The rear windows will slide to open as well. Rooftop AC and more storage all the way around. So plenty of storage in this thing. Now, I want to talk about the ease of use because we've got a lot of options over here. But this thing is basically an iPad. So you could hook up your Bluetooth to this thing, use your hotspot, and you could actually connect to this thing to the internet, upload pictures to it, do a picture show. I mean, everything you'd expect from your phone or your iPad, basically. So we're going to go into the camper controls right now, and basically it's going to show us our level of tanks. Right now everything's empty the way we want it to be. Zone lighting is really cool, so we could turn our zones on and off with a push of a button right here. Really cool. Our awning, also push button over here. Now, a really cool safety feature, the awning will not work with the ignition on. We'll try that, and it'll say, well, maybe it doesn't want to say it. Come on. Yes, function disabled, ignition detected. Now, turn the ignition off. That's why I opened up the awning beforehand. Turn the ignition off, you'll have all of your awning controls. Again, push of a button, not a push of a button, but a push of a button. You will have the ability to turn on your water pump. I don't know if you could hear that, but water pump went on, as well as the tank heaters. Super cool. Climate control. Push of a button. Boom. Instant access. Don't know if you guys could hear that. And we can go from fan or AC, and the fan speed as well. Goes off that quick. Again, if you want to adjust the lighting, we could make it brighter or set the mood. Super cool options for the lighting as well. All of them have that. Battery and fuel over here lets you know that your coach and your chassis battery are top notch. Again, it's a 24 model, so this thing is new. Solar controller, guys. This thing has solar options, solar temperature, input and output, even solar history. And for the vents, we have the kitchen vent as well as the bathroom vent over there. And over here, we have our furnace, our hot water heater, and propane controls over here. It's literally turn the knob, push the button, done. This is so simple, guys, so simple. I am super impressed with this thing. So what's the next thing to do? The next thing to do is to drive it. You better get out the way. Move. Get out the way. Doing 100 on the highway. So first impression, this thing is super smooth. Even with the aggressive tires, this thing is not noisy. It's got a very minimal road noise, but I'm telling you, the comfort is like if there was a Michelin on it. You wouldn't even know that these aggressive tires are on this thing. So I'm on a little side street right now. The diesel is very quiet. You know, it's got the pickup of a standard gas engine. Plenty of torque, plenty of low end speed, braking. I'm telling you guys, it's like driving a car. So let's flip this around. And the point of view is massive. This windshield is absolutely massive. There are not very many blind spots in this thing. Yo, bro. Not very many blind spots in this thing. You know, POV on this thing is super cool. Everything is centered for the driver. You know, everything is easy to read. Fuel, temperature, MPGs, mileage. You know, everything is accessible right here on the steering wheel for your infotainment and everything. On the steering wheel over here, and then everything as far as the vehicle is concerned is on the left side over here. We have paddle shifters over here. The cup holders are really accessible over here as well. The power seats are really nice, and the ease of use for the temp is super easy. You know, you don't have to jump through a million hoops as far as like going into the menu. Volume for the radio right there. We also have it on the steering wheel as well. So let's go. Let's check this sucker out. You ready? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Warp speed. Ludicrous speed. Okay, so you're not going to be winning any drag races anytime soon with it. But as far as something, you know, this heavy, it get ups and moves. You know, we're going to hit the passing gear. Super smooth, guys. It shifts really smooth, has zero issues. So yes, this is a 2024 model. It is practically brand new. It does have 7,800 miles on it. I am a fan. I learned how to move my microphone a little bit lower so it doesn't sound like I'm blowing up your speakers. It is brand new. They are not cheap. They are not cheap. I've actually got this one for sale right now. It's listed at $110,000, which is relatively cheap if you go on the market as of today. Today is November the 15th, 2024. A 24 model van that's loaded like this, especially with the 4x4, they're in the 120 range right now. So I am offering this one for sale for $109,999. We just got a good deal on it, so we're going to give a great deal to somebody else. I highly recommend this thing, and I promise you, as you can start to see my reviews, I am not biased because I own them. I will tell you, like I did with that other camper that doesn't have a slide, it's not for me. This particular unit right here, I wish the entrance, you know, where the cabinet is, it's a little narrow right in there. When you start getting back between the kitchen and the bathroom, that's a little narrow too. But man, if you're primarily going to be the driver, it's so easy. It's so easy. If you have a spouse that gets intimidated by, you know, driving larger vehicles, they'll be comfortable behind this wheel. I promise. It's no different than driving an SUV or any other van. You don't feel the weight. It's not top heavy. The turning radius is really good. So, you know, how am I going to rate this thing? Aesthetically, you know, on the outside, if it wasn't for the rear windows, and, you know, the aggressive tire setup, it would look like, you know, just any other Sprinter van. If this thing was white, it would look like a cargo van. So aesthetically, I'm giving it a 7. You know what I mean? Interior wise, the front cockpit area, you know, it gets a solid 8, because it's like getting in a GLE Mercedes, you know, maybe even an 8.5, I think. In the rear, it is super cool with everything that it has. You know, the finishing, I think Thor could have used a little bit higher quality materials, but for what it is, it's pretty good. Aesthetically speaking, I'm going to give it, you know, a solid 8. You know, quality wise, as far as materials used. I'm going to give her a 7.5. The ease of use. This thing is so easy to use, guys. And this lithium-ion setup, I'm giving it a 10. I'm telling you, that iPad setup that they have is literally, you want lights, you hit the little icon that looks like lights. You want AC, you hit the one that looks like a thermometer. It is so easy. A child could use it. Ease of use is a 10 all day long. Overall, I'm giving it an 8.5. I think an 8.5 overall. Aesthetically, if it didn't have the aggressive tires and the wheels, it would be pretty blah. You know what I mean? The light bar in the front gives it some good aggressive look to it. The tires, the wheels, it's lifted a little bit because it's 4x4. I highly recommend the 4x4 model because you could just do so much more with it, and aesthetically it's more pleasing. So yeah, 8.5 overall. I am super impressed with this thing just because of how comfortable it is, as far as like being in the driver's seat, all the creature comforts that you would expect in a 24 model vehicle. I highly recommend this. Like, again, they're not cheap, but if you could afford it, and if this is what you're looking for, I would highly recommend it, because you are going to get your use out of it. These new Mercedes motors, I've been hearing some really, really good stuff out of these. No issues. The 100,000 mile Mercedes powertrain warranty.
How may I help you?
Well, I'm going to shut you off now. You can't help me. That's why I was saying I turned that voice thing off. Any Mercedes dealer that works on Sprinter vans will be able to service this thing. And not to mention, Thor has a really good 2-year warranty as well. Even the lithium-ion batteries are warranted for a long time. So you got really good service. And most of these are sold by either Blue Compass or Camping World. And the only problem you have with those guys is, yeah, we'll see you in 3 months. Other than that, I like this thing. Highly recommend it. Thank you guys for watching. We are Rev and Rome Reviews. And that's pretty much it, guys and gals. I hope you liked the review of this 2024 Thor Sanctuary 19L 4x4 Mercedes Sprinter. If you did like it, please like and subscribe to the channel. Also, leave any questions in the comments. We are a new channel. We are Rev and Rome. We're doing our best to get some informative and fun content out there for you guys. So please like, so that way you can get updated anytime we're doing a new review. Thanks, guys. God bless.